What's the word, YouTube? It's your boy, Coach TDOT. They subbed me out. But I'm back in the game, Coach. I'm back with some more heat for y'all, man. So check it out, chat. I got a very special video for y'all today, man. So look, we gonna be reacting to the truth of Larry Bird's record over Michael Jordan. Man, let's hear what they got to talk about, man. For all my new viewers, I don't fake none of my reactions. All my reactions are live, and we going to watch this shit together. You feel me? Man, let's get into this thing, G. Let's stop playing, G. Without further ado, I guess Big Larry.
Larry Bird's record over Michael Jordan in the record.
And Mike. But make sure y'all smash the like button. I love you, G. Like, I'm going to give y'all a couple of seconds, folks, because I want this video to go up, G. We gotta go up. We got Big Larry and Mike. Did y'all like the video, folks? I know LG. It's a reason why you my favorite subscriber, man. I knew it was. I could see it in your face right now, G. I love you, folks. If ain't nobody told you they loved you in a minute, folks, I love you. Real talk, favorite subscriber. Let's do it.
17-11. In the playoffs, it's a perfect 6. Larry Bird's record over Michael Jordan in the regular season is 17-11. In the playoffs, it's a perfect 6-0.
Damn, Mike.
So, what exactly do we do with this information? Does it strip away his GOAT title? Is it just a meaningless factoid? Here's the truth. You can't give an informed opinion without being presented with all the information. And I have something that will completely turn the discourse around. But don't worry. This will in no way smear Larry Bird's name. This channel deeply respects this legend of the game. We're not going to tear down one player, just to uplift another.
Good.
The fact that he has that record over Jordan is a testament to his greatness. If you were able to give him problems, then every single player that's ever played the game in human history would have been in big trouble. This was
a bad man.
There aren't many players that Michael respected more, and it's for a reason. But we can't just look at the win-loss record. That is nowhere near enough information. We also want to look at how he performed when playing against him. Did he underperform? Was he not able to live up to the moment? Let's take a look at the numbers. This is what he averaged for the 28 times they faced in the regular season. 33.5 points on over 50% shooting. 6.1 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 2.7 steals, and 1.1 blocks per game. That is the definition of individual dominance.
Oh my goodness!
Did you know that that is the definition of individual dominance?
Oh my God, that layup is crazy,
there were 7, that is the definition of individual dominance. Did you know that there were 7 times that he scored over 40 points against him in the regular season alone? That includes 2 50-point games. His most noteworthy game came in 1988 in the Boston Garden. He had 52 points on 55% shooting and 9 steals. But as he usually did, he elevated his game in the playoffs. This is what he averaged for their 2 playoff series. 39.7 points on 46% shooting, 6.7 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 2.2 steals, and 1.8 blocks per game.
Larry, folks. Hey, Larry, G. I know you had the better team, folks, but damn! Mike averaged 40 on you in the playoffs, folks. Bro. Hey, Larry, folks. I know you ain't sitting there telling me that Mike averaged 40 on you in the playoffs, G. And I know folks said he wasn't going to try to tear Larry down to build Mike up, but Larry, G, that's absolutely unacceptable, man. 40? Like 40 for real, G? 40 points. Even though you did average a good 27, folks, that's decent, but 40? Come on, Larry. And I know you wasn't probably guarding Mike, G, but still, folks, you should have, whoever the fuck was guarding Mike, you should have been on their ass, man. Like, come on, folks, the average 40 in a playoff series is hard, man. Well, this wasn't a series. This was overtime. I think they played like 6 playoff games against each other. But still, G. 40? I'm going to keep saying that shit, man. That's crazy.
He added 2 more 40-point games and a 63-point performance. So let me get this straight. He gave Larry 1 60-point game, 2 50-point games, and 7 40-point games in total. When they faced in the playoffs, he nearly averaged 40 points a game. Are we seriously blaming him for not being able to win a playoff game? The numbers are screaming to us that it wasn't his fault. But it's not just the numbers. What about the Celtics players? What did they have to say about him? Were they criticizing his play? Let's start with Larry Bird. In Jordan's rookie year, he told the Chicago Tribune that he was the finest athlete he'd ever witnessed. Then he proclaimed that he's the best ever. Then, when Michael retired in 1993, he doubled down and told writer Jack Silverstein that no one was better than him. If that's not enough for you, do you remember what he said after Jordan scored a playoff record 63 points? Let me refresh your memory. This is what he said, according to the Boston Globe. He is the most exciting, most awesome player in the game. I didn't think anyone was capable of doing what Michael has done against us the past 2 games. He then said these famous words, that was God disguised as Michael Jordan.
Yeah, bro, that was glazing.
Larry Bird had nothing bad to say about his performances.
That was
It
glazing.
was the opposite. He couldn't help but admire everything he was doing on the court. But there was one teammate who was beating himself up for what Jordan was doing. That was Dennis Johnson. This was one of the most respected perimeter defenders of his time. He was someone who guarded the bigger Magic Johnson effectively. But according to teammate Jerry Sichting, this is what he did after Game 1 of their 1986 series. He's in the shower after that Game 1 when Michael has 49, and he's got the stat sheet stuck to the wall, and he's staring at it. He's all soaped up, and he says, the good news is we beat them. Michael is never going to have another game like that again. He was in their heads. They were determined to stop him after scoring 49 points in Game 1. And he just tore them apart in that infamous Game 2. He even got the respect of former player and coach K.C. Jones. This is what he said, according to the LA Times in 1990. There's never been anyone else like him. He's like more than one player on the floor. He's a 1 and 2 guard at the same time. That's most unusual. He does both equally well. Oscar was close. Magic is closed. Wes was just a 2 guard. And the most underrated thing he has is charisma on the floor.
Yeah, fo, they ain't never seen no shit like that, G. They ain't never seen a nigga that could really get it going like that on offense, to really put up that many points, to be that athletic, and to be like just swaggy, fo, with his own shoe. And he could pass a little bit, fo, playmaker. Man, I see why that nigga said he was like God, G. I would never say that shit about another man, fo. I would never say that shit, G. Like, Larry, that was glazing, fo. I would have never put that out there, especially while we in the heat of the moment. I probably would have said that like 20 years later or something. But nigga, Larry, you just told him he was God, fo. Why you think that nigga came out like how he did? You gave him that confidence, fo. Now he out there, twing, rising on y'all ass, just scoopty-doopty and all type of crazy shit, man. Hey, Michael's raw as hell, fo. Like, they ain't never seen it, G. We still damn they ain't seen nothing like rookie Mike. 6. That's how raw that nigga was, fo. Like, the fact that we still ain't seen nothing comparable to rookie Mike, G, is insane to me, fo. Like, Anthony Edwards wasn't even like rookie Mike, fo. Like, rookie Mike, G. Hey, it's nothing like that nigga, G. Like, that shit crazy, bro.
Every great thing he does lifts up the whole team. End of quote. He was already putting him above all the legendary guards in league history before he even won a title.
Hey,
he wasn't criticizing him for being selfish. He recognized that he knew how to uplift his team. Well, if that's the case, then why did he have such a hard time beating them? Check out what Kevin McHale told the Boston Herald in 2020. I didn't think he had a very good team around him in the early part of his career. And that kind of came out with the guys who were partying and all that.
Like, who was that?
But then in that 1986 playoff series, I was startled. That first game, he had 49. But it felt like we were going to win the game the whole time.
Hey.
And then in the next game, it went to overtime. And I remember after the game, talking to KC Jones, I was like, man, we got to double team that guy and get the ball out of his hands. That guy's like a one-man wrecking crew. In game 3, we ran at him. We just get the ball out of his hands. End of quote. What was obvious to them should be obvious to us. He did not have a great team around him. It seemed like they didn't take them very seriously at first. I mean, one guy can't beat a great team by himself. Well, he nearly did it on their home floor. They figured the best way to beat this team was to put all the pressure on his teammates. Just get the ball out of his hands. Take a look at the rosters between the two teams for the 1986 and 1997 series. Does that look like a fair matchup to you? And that right there is the reason. Does that look like a fair matchup to you?
No.
And that right there.
Like, who is these niggas? Who is Gene Banks? Dave Corzine? Like, come on, man. Y'all bogus, bro. Look how many All-Stars they had, man.
There is the reason why he got swept in both playoff series. It's something that the Celtics players never denied. He needed a better squad. Well, that started to come to fruition in 1988. That is when Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant made their debut. This is where we get to turn the tables on this debate. Do you know what Larry Bird's record is against Scottie Pippen? They faced 14 times, and Larry went 6-8 against the Chicago Bulls when Pippen was in the lineup.
Okay.
That's right, a losing record. This shouldn't be a surprise. Larry Bird also had a lot of respect for Scottie. He mentioned that he and Michael Cooper gave him the most problems. Then you add the length and versatility of Horace Grant. Their athleticism and never-ending energy gave this team problems. Of course, that record should also come with context. Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, and Robert Parrish were all past their prime. It makes perfect sense that an aging team had trouble keeping up with
get up!
team like the Bulls. So let's
Drop
be fair,
him off!
had trouble keeping up with
here.
a talented young team like the Bulls. So let's be fair and make this honest statement. When Larry was at his best version and his team was at their full strength in 1986, Michael was not at his best and his team was extremely underwhelming. When Jordan was at his best and his team was at full strength in 1992, Larry was on his way out and his team was nowhere near the same as their championship years, even though they won 51 games that season. But in the Bulls' 3 victories against the Celtics in 1992, the Bulls won by an average of 21.7 points per game. Listen, I'm all about keeping
goodness!
0.7 points per game.
Look, let me get to there. Split them.
I'm all about
on his head. I ain't never seen this dunk before, G. Mike used to be getting it going, bro.
keeping the same energy. If we're counting those defeats against Jordan during his younger years when he didn't have a squad, then why are we not saying anything about what happened after the Bulls drafted Scottie and Horace? If it doesn't count for Bird, then we should apply the same courtesy to MJ. But this false narrative paints a picture that Jordan couldn't beat the great players and teams of the 80s. Again, they don't present all the facts. His record against Magic Johnson in the regular season is 7-6. If we include their finals matchup, it's an overall record of 11-7. He averaged 30.2 points on 48% shooting, 6.8 assists, 6.6 rebounds, and 2.8% record of 11-7. He averaged 30.2 points on 48% shooting, 6.8 assists, 6.6 rebounds, and 2.2 steals per game. His record against Moses Malone is 20-18. He averaged 29.1 points on 53% shooting, 6.3 assists, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.5 steals per game against a Moses Malone-led team. That's 2 of the best players in the 80s. Jordan has a winning record against them, and he performed at the highest level. If we look at Isaiah Thomas, his record is 19-24 against him. This is how he performed against the team that supposedly he struggled against. He averaged 31.6 points on 48% shooting, 6.2 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 2.3 steals per game. He had a 61-point game against him and a 59-point game. Does that sound like a guy who struggled against the stars of the 1980s? But check out what he did against the bad boy Pistons with Scottie Pippen. The record is 15-17. They were neck and neck, and that's considering that his teammates weren't all-star caliber players in the 80s. If they were the 90s version, the records tell us that they would have given every single one of those 80s teams problems.
So Mike just literally like it's like I said, I always say he had the perfect hero story, G. He had to go through adversity, bro. He had to learn how to fight and be great by himself before God can bless him with all the tools that he needed to go 6-0 in the finals, G. He had to go through them ass whoopings with Larry and the bad boy Pistons like he had to, G. Because if he didn't, like say he would have had like some slight success early on, who knows? Maybe he wouldn't have even got Scottie and Horace Grant on the team. Maybe the Bulls wouldn't have drafted them. Maybe they would have drafted some other bums. You know? So Mike, like, I'm glad that he wasn't winning super early on. Like, so we got to see his literal progression. But these niggas, y'all lucky y'all didn't see Mike in the 90s, G. Because that's all y'all got to hang y'all hats over Mike is that y'all was beating him in the 80s. Nigga, y'all see he didn't have no help. He had a young Scottie, folks. Nigga barely could walk and chew gum at the same time. Country as hell. Then he had a young Horace Grant. And then y'all saw the rest of them bums. Who was them niggas, man? We don't know. So y'all all this, man, we own Mike in the 80s and Larry thinking he on top, man. See Mike in the 90s, folks. That's all I'm going to say. See him in the 90s.
The issue at hand is that there are too many detractors who are focusing way too much on what Jordan didn't do in his first 2 full seasons.
Oh my.
Let's not forget that Michael only played 18 games in 1986, and he was coming off the bench for 11 of those games. It would have been nice if he had the luxury of playing with Hall of Fame centers like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Robert Parrish during that time, but that wasn't the situation that he came into. The only way they were going to succeed, but that wasn't the situation. Centers like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Robert Parrish during that.
Nigga, why you saying Robert Parrish like that nigga was good or something, fuck? Hey, chat, no cap, folks. After all these Larry videos and shit I done seen, folks, Robert Parrish was not like that at all, G. I don't care what nobody say. Whatever y'all say in the comments, say I'm not trying to hear that shit, G. I watch basketball, folks. I got a good eye for this shit. That nigga was weak, folks. He was weak as hell, folks. Only reason he was good was because of Larry, G. Real talk. That's the only reason we know who Robert Parrish is, G. Like, so what you talking about if he would have played with Robert Parrish? Nigga, Robert Parrish lucky he played with Larry Bird. Nigga be out there smoking dunks, smoking wide open layups, getting his ass tooled. Like, what we talking about, man? Robert Parrish.
Time. But that wasn't the situation that he came into. The only way they were going to succeed in those 3 years was by Michael winning games by himself. During the 80s, that was a game plan that wasn't going to get you far, no matter how great that player was. You could take it from me, or the 2 people who covered the 1987 series. After the Bulls were swept for the 2nd consecutive year, this is what the play-by-play reporter said.
Too much Celtic talent, too much Celtic experience for a Bulls team lacking in both areas.
This was common knowledge during this time. What you hear from the Jordan detractors today is revisionist history. Don't buy into it. He was going to get judged properly once he was part of a legitimate team. Once that happened, he couldn't stop winning. That's why many people agree with what Larry Bird said, that he's the greatest ever. But what about you all? How would you defend Jordan's record against Larry Bird? Do you think it should count against him? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.
I mean, yeah, that's the end of the video though, chat. But But yeah, the record should still count against them. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and be like, nah, we shouldn't count it against them. They was busting Mike ass, folks. Got him up out of there, folks. Like, it's nothing that's impossible. So Mike still could have won them playoff series, folks. Like, it's not saying that he couldn't have won at all, nigga. It's basketball. Like, he probably just needed to play with his teammates more, but his teammates had to just come with it. Like, we've seen upsets in the NBA before, G. It's not like the Celtics was just supposed to win that shit. Unless the NBA scripted, and they scripted that shit for the Celtics to win, Mike could have won some of them series, folks. But he just didn't. You know, Mike was all about scoring, getting to it. Like, so, you know, he wasn't really much of a team player back then. And basketball is a team sport. You need your whole team to win. So, like, if you out there putting up 63 in the playoffs, G, you ain't no team player, folks. I don't care what you say. I know that shit look good. It sound good. And we over here talking about it years later. But, like, bro, you can't score 63 points and expect for your team to win, G. The fact that he lost and he scored 63 should tell y'all everything y'all need to know, folks. So, Mike, they was getting your ass up out of there, G. Like, that's just the reality, folks. So, like, it should still count. But damn, Larry, you was letting them average 40, though, folks? 40? Like, no, chat. Like, y'all, I don't think y'all understand, G. 40? Nigga, do y'all know how much 40 points is, folks? Like, if any of y'all ever hoop, G, y'all know it's damn near hard enough to score 20 a game. Then let alone like 15 or something like that. But 40? In the playoffs, fuck? Oh, yeah, Larry, Larry, you need to go back. I don't know who was guarding that nigga, G. But whoever was guarding them, they making you look bad, fuck. Because there's no way you were supposed to be letting Mike go off like that, G. 40, G. 63 points. Oh, was Mike just that damn rough? Oh, my gosh, bro. Mike was raw as hell, bro. Like, no glaze and shit. Like, that nigga's just a goat, bro. No cap. All right. But look, Chad, that's the end of the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's your boy, Coach TDOT. I'm up at it. I love y'all.